Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Genoa in Italy. So I've just returned back to Italy in the last couple of days. No car this time, no road trip unfortunately. Came back on a flight via Amsterdam. It's really nice to be back. It feels very familiar. I've been here so much over the years that it almost feels like a second home now. I came down to the marina, obviously, first thing. First of all, it's a beautiful day. It's about 13 degrees right now, so it's not overly hot, so I'm wearing the old Musto jacket, keep warm. But what's interesting is how empty this marina is right now. This space here, all the way back to these old cranes here, is normally stacked up with super yachts all the way along, and it's just a big space right now. The biggest boat in here is a 49-meter boat, Aquamare, which is a CRN yacht, which is like I said, 50-meter yacht, and it's a charter yacht. It actually, interestingly, it's now painted in grey. I don't know how recent this is, but I've seen it over the years in different colours, blue and white, and now it's in grey. It's as I said, it's a charter yacht, and it goes to the Galapagos Islands. You can charter it to go to the Galapagos Islands. I think it's either the only one or one of the first ones to do this trip. I've never been to the Galapagos Islands. It's somewhere I've always wanted to go. Somewhere I almost went a few years ago on a boat I used to work on. We were in Costa Rica. We were preparing to go. We had all the paperwork. There's a massive amount of paperwork you have to do. You have to have the hull cleaned. You have to get rid of certain fruits. You have to be very careful to not contaminate the area. It's such a pristine area of the world. We were going through those preparations when one of the owner's family members got ill, and he had to leave the boat and fly home, and then we never went. So I was really gutted about that, and it's somewhere that's escaped me until this day. But this boat, you can charter it. If I had the money, I would do it. You can charter this boat, and it will take you to the Galapagos Islands. Anyway, guys, more about the marina being so quiet. I mean, it is January. Oh no, it's February now, isn't it? It's February, so it's winter, and that kind of explains why it's so quiet in a way. But having said that, I was here last January, and it was much busier than it is right now. So yeah, I'm a little bit intrigued as to why it's so quiet. I don't know where the boats are that are normally here. There's normally a lot of boats here over the winter that are, they're just here for the winter. Notably missing, Motor Yacht Soaring is not here right now. That's been here for a year now. We've just sat here almost since it was first delivered. It's been for sale. The price was reduced. Remember, I talked about it in a video a little while ago, and I accidentally got the price wrong and said $100,000 instead of $100 million. It was reduced, the price. I don't know where it's sold. I'll have to look into it. I'm just doing this off the cuff. I've just come down for a walk just to see what's going on. But that's not here right now. So this is the time of year when the owners who don't use their boats all year round, I know some owners do use them all year round, but the ones that don't, they very often, over the winter, they'll leave them somewhere, and that's the time when a lot of work gets done on the boats. Because when the owner's on board, obviously the engineers can't do maintenance. They can't, overhaul a generator, or the crew can't, have work done on the fairing or have new things put onto the masts and stuff like that. You can't do that when the owner's on board. So people often ask, what do you do every day when the owner's not on board? Well, that's what we do. We clean, maintain, enhance, add new features, maybe a new antenna up on the mast there. Maybe it needs to be something needs to be painted. Maybe the engines need to be overhauled, things like that. That's the kind of stuff that goes on right now. So as an explanation for why the boats that are normally here are not here, it could just be that they're in the shipyard getting work done on them. So guys, look at this. This is a search and rescue vessel. It's built by Intermarine. I just thought it was quite interesting to look at. I know this is a super yacht channel, but I just thought it would be interesting to have a quick look at this boat and see how it compares to a super yacht, the way it's built, the things that it has on it to assist in its job, right? So like, for instance, just one off is this padding that it has along the side. Obviously, very often they are coming alongside another vessel at sea in rough weather because they operate effectively in rough weather, right? Because, if they're out, if someone needs to be rescued, very often it's because of rough seas that they've got into trouble, right? So these guys go out very often in rough seas. You can see down here as well, they've got hydrojets, and they've got a lot of equipment on board to obviously help in their job of recovery. And you can see they've got the crane here as well, which looks very similar to the ones they have on Bold, Motor Yacht Bold. And they have on the back here, they look like depth charges from World War II destroyer or something, but they're actually lifeboats, inflatable life rafts, should I say. And clearly they're in a launchable position. They look like they're in a position to be launched over the side. So let's say maybe they go out to rescue some people, they find people in the water, they can launch one of these into the water, and then it will self-inflate, and then people can jump into it. This thing up here that's bolted onto the side there, that's something called an EPIRB, and that is emergency position indicating response radio beacon, and that's the case that it's in. Now what happens is, if this vessel sinks, that has a hydrostatic release mechanism on it, and that will pop off, and then the device inside will launch, and it will float up to the surface, and then it will start to, with a contact with water, will start it sending a signal via satellite with the name of the boat and their position, the last known position and stuff. So that's, if they get into, obviously if they sink, that will float to the surface. And you also got a life raft here, a life ring here with a smoke canister on it as well. So when you throw it in the water, it will obviously, the person can get inside of it, and then it will also release smoke so they can find them. Because it's remarkable how quickly people disappear when you're looking at a big ocean. Another thing you can see here on the bow is they've got fire hoses. So they're really equipped to deal with pretty much anything that they come into contact with when they get out to where they're going, to the distress. Quite remarkable what these guys do. It's not something I would want to do. I mean, if you think about it, whenever they go out, it's either rough weather, most often rough weather, because that's what causes most of these incidents, and then they've got to go out to another vessel, board another vessel, potentially rescue people. It's a very dangerous job, and I have nothing but respect for what they do. Also, there's a sign up here, and it's got a quote in Latin on it. I'll give you 10 points if you can translate that without using your phone to translate it. I'll put what it means at the end of the video if you don't know. Anyway guys, just a quick one really, just to say I'm back in Italy. The great news is the weather here is fantastic for the time of year, much better than the UK, yeah, it's only going to get better. So anyway guys, just going to wrap up here. I just wanted to say I'm back in Italy, and to look forward to doing some more videos down in this way. All right guys, thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you think or let me know if you're on any of these boats as well. If you work on one of these boats that's normally here, that's not, or if you any idea where any of them might be, Motor Yacht Soaring for instance, let me know in the comments. All right guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye bye.